All right, guys. I'm pretty sure now we're good to go. I hope so, because I'm gonna be freaking pissed. Babes. So I think we're good to go now. Um, please share, like the live, and comment at below. Let me know if you can see it, you little babies. Okay, I'm just gonna make sure, because that's the last thing we need, babes. Boop boop boop. And we're back. Good, Kenny. Okay. Let me know if you guys can hear it, because I don't want to start the whole podcast, y'all, and then be talking, and then please help me. Audio's good. All right, cool. I'm just gonna upload something real quick to Instagrizzle, and then I'm gonna go ahead and like do everything. Yes, I'm so excited. I've been wanting to see this all day, y'all, but I have not felt good. I literally have been asleep this whole time, baby. But I've been taking hella Theraflu. I'm sorry, but Theraflu and Mucinex, man, them shits are the goat. I hope to God that I only stay sick for like 2 days, and then that's it. Okay, I put a new link on my story, y'all. My bad. Yeah, next time I'll make sure it works a little bit more first. I can hear you loud and clear. All right, thank you, Kenny. Yeah, guys. Y'all, I never really asked for you guys to comment or do anything, but please, if I ever say if there's any audio going, just let me know. Because in that way, I'm not over here like, imagine doing a whole live stream for a whole hour and like there's nothing on there. A shot of whiskey. No, I'm okay. I can't drink. Remember, I had my surgery. I cannot be drinking and stuff right now. Your immune system's really weak after surgery. This is how I end up getting sick already. I had a little time with my friend Kay, and we decided to have celebration shots because obviously the cancer and the surgery went well. But look at me now. I do not feel good, y'all. I have makeup on, so it's gonna make me look like I'm $1,000 worth it, and I'm not. I feel like 2 pennies. Swear to God. But y'all, I'm gonna start doing live streams more often. I want to start doing 6-hour live streams, and then, like I said in my last live, but you couldn't even hear me. I want to pick 10 people to, and I'm not gonna announce it nowhere else but YouTube Live, because this is gonna show me who's really watching my stuff. I was gonna pick 10 people to play video games with, so I will pick the 10 people. Obviously, over some time, I'm gonna wait till I get my gaming stuff set up, because at least I have the streaming stuff set up. Um, and I want to do like 10 people and play video games with, and obviously live stream with you guys too. So that'd be super cool. Obviously there's no charge or nothing like that, so I don't want you to think it's like you have to pay or anything. But preferably, I would like to play Call of Duty, Mortal Kombat, Texas Chainsaw Massacre. That'd be cool to get in the lobby with you guys. Get to know some of my followers. Yeah. So the podcast is BBC podcast, but it's not I forget what he said it was, because the guy's name's Chris. I think it's like Big B's Chris or something. It's not, I don't know originally know what BBC means, but I remember when I uploaded this, somebody was like, "What is BBC?" I was like, "I don't know. Don't ask me, because I'm not one of those people who knows about all that stuff. Ask someone else. Double it and give it to the next person." So yeah, let me see. I just want to make sure that this is perfect. Sorry, I gotta like. Okay, perfect. All right, let's go ahead and then preferably, y'all, you let me know how you like the. Do you want me to be like this? Do you want me to be like this? But I kind of want to see it more of this. No offense. I think I'm gonna keep it like this for now. I don't really feel like you guys need to see me that much. You see me all the damn time. So let's get into it, because I'm so excited.
Welcome to BBC Podcast, tapping in with Tunchi again. Got another after hour show for you guys. Today, I got two special guests, one from Vegas, one of my real close friends from Cali. We're going to put all this together and see how the content in the world is actually collaborating and everybody reaches everybody. First guest, Maro, my homie.
What's going on, man? Chris, thanks for having me, man.
Yeah,
I've known Chris for probably almost 30 years. We know each other
That
from the
might look good.
barbershop, and
I'm sorry, I look good.
he's always been
Sorry,
an
y'all.
entrepreneur. And
I wish I was that toasted in real life. I feel like I'm not that toasted. I'm so sorry. I look so good.
messing with the Hondas,
Yeah.
I still drive a Honda because of you. So
Yeah,
yeah,
it is.
man. Just shout out to
Yeah.
Chris. Shout out to the BBC podcast. If you guys are watching, be sure to leave a comment and let us know who you guys want us to, who you want to see next. I'm sure you know who's next to me. If you don't,
If you don't, we'll
if
go
you
ahead and we'll
if
let
you don't,
her let you know.
Hi guys, it's Tay. It's Tay Tay baby. Nice to meet you guys.
Um, Being based like just all on the internet. Tell me what the story. How is the connection that you guys came along? Because this is only happening right now because of my boy Eric. Like this is the only reason why this connection is going around and roll through. So big shout out to him. But let him tell you how this connection came through.
yeah, man. So
Co-producer is
Oh
going
my
to give
God.
you unique sounds that actually fits your track in seconds. Let me
I'm gonna have
show
to
you.
purchase this
First,
YouTube shit, aren't
As you
I?
guys know, I'm Eric.
I have not live streamed in a long time. My bad, y'all.
Scoutfragrance.com. Go support, go support us. But it's crazy, right? So I'm always looking for like UGC or content creators that are wanting to collab. And one night I was on YouTube. I was scrolling,
YouTube.
right? Yeah, it was YouTube. And she was live. And because you're always on live.
I know.
Yeah. So she was on YouTube live. I think I just did something like I did like a Wallow book signing because we had a chance to interview him for the book signing. We filmed that as well, and for the YouTube channel. And so I'm scrolling, and then I see Taylor, or it's Tay Tay Baby, and it's funny because like just her name alone, I'm like, what's up? What's up with this little red bone girl? You know what I mean? Because in my mind, you know how Kawhi was like, how does he say it? Tate, like just when I read her name, I was like, Tay Tay Baby, you know.
That's exactly how
yeah.
you say it. Too.
Yeah,
That's exactly how you
like,
say it.
it connected to some memory with Kawhi, and you know, yeah, I'm a nice guy and all this sort of stuff. But the way she spelled it was very unique. And then when I started watching her, I was like, oh man, she's cool. Like, because you're very intellectual, and that's what made me gravitate towards Taylor. And then we started reaching out to each other here and there, and I sent her a few fragrances to do a review on. But just the fact that like she's been on podcasts before, and she's always promoting, women having more respect for themselves, and not just going the route of just selling
Their buns.
the physical, aspect of social media. And just to tie it all in,
Scout Fragrance is in the chat, y'all.
I believe we're fighting the forces of good and evil. We need positive people like us representing
Kenny.
our image in a manner that
Scout Fragrance
is like we're doing big things. Like you're a businessman, Taylor's doing her thing, I'm doing my thing, and like you said, like just collaborating, working together, and not like backstabbing each other and talking down on each other, but just working together to build the brands and to support. I mean, smelling good is important, but we'll get into all that. But that's how I ran into Taylor, and she's awesome. Like, how some creators reach out to him and they're kind of bougie, you know what I mean? Taylor, like, hey, hang on a sec, let me get back to you. But she's solid. So yeah.
So can you share the content that he was watching? What is it that you actually push out into the actual internet?
So when he first reached out to me, I did go and look at your stuff, and you work with a lot of heavy hitters. You really do.
Well,
you really do.
I'm trying.
You really do. And I thought that was super cool. But his personality, I like his personality. I like how authentic he is. And the same thing, I meet a lot of creators who don't act like themselves in real life. You know what I mean? They're different online than in person. He's the same. And I really like that. But yeah, I gravitated towards your content because you're very personable. You're nice. You're funny. Obviously now I smell good. Versace. He hooked me up with some Versace.
Yeah, Versace.
Literally.
All right. But I mean, the question would be, I seen your content. I see like you're really like stand on 10 toes about like just holding your own as an independent woman. Like, but at the same time, you're aware of like what's going on in the world with where the men are actually like attacking a lot of the feminist women that are standing on 10 toes, but still wanting to extract from men at the same time. Like, I have my own, but I need yours too.
Yeah.
Like, how do you maintain like your poise and everything while like still being like solid independent, but you're different than the other women?
My grandmother raised me to be very loving, nurturing, and caring, and still understand my role as a woman. You could take care of yourself, you could love yourself, you could still make money and stuff, but you can still have the same thing with men as well too. You don't have to be a boss babe and then treat men like crap. You don't have to be rude, you don't have to be disrespectful. I always say if a woman wants to be independent, that's perfectly fine, but you don't have to be mean about it to men. If you know what I mean. If you don't like men, that's fine, but you shouldn't tag along everybody else with it, if that makes sense.
Okay.
So
But like, do you feel like every man is like just completely innocent, or do some men
Well, of
actually
course.
deserve some of the
I
the
wouldn't
shit that
say
the women get?
nobody deserves certain things, but I do believe some men, are bad just like some women are bad. I think that some people don't realize how bad they are to people, and I think a lot of men do, have certain encounters because of the way they treat women. And then same thing with women. They have encounters with men because they treat men a certain type of way. So yeah, I go 50-50. A lot of people think because of the content that I make, I only strive towards men. No, I care about women as well too. But I do see a lot of things that men do as well that are kind of ruining the dating game and stuff like that. Trust me, we're in Vegas. So
Okay.
we see a lot of that.
Okay.
We see a
Yeah.
lot of that.
But Eric, when you checked out her content, do you feel like she advocates for both sides, or you feel like she's like on
Yeah,
one side?
yeah. That's so with Taylor.
Love you, Kenny.
She can be a little. She can have some hot takes.
Spicy.
Yeah, yeah. You can have some hot takes,
Yeah.
but I feel like the way I'm okay. I'm gonna give you an example of one of the pieces of content that I saw recently that really resonated with me, and how you were saying, let's just have a conversation. You know what I mean? Like sometimes people get caught up on just wanting to be right, and
Yeah.
it's like it doesn't have to be one side. There's two sides to a coin. Let's have a conversation and let's really be engaged in the conversation. Don't be on your phone and scrolling
Yes.
or asking somebody else what their opinion is when you yourself have your own opinion. And I like that about Taylor because I've seen you on certain podcasts and you know, especially men kind of come at you. Like some you have two sides, you have two types of fans, I feel like. You have people, you have fans that understand where you're coming from, and then you have the ones that just want to be argumentative.
Men
Facts.
come at me crazy, which is
Really?
insane.
You know what I'm saying?
I would think that you get more heat from the women.
No, I've gotten pressed in real life by a guy as well too.
Really?
Yeah.
Thanks, Jay.
Yeah. Only one time though, but men definitely they don't like me being a woman advocating for men and mental health and
Facts.
unaliving awareness. I don't know if you could say that, but unaliving awareness because I'm a woman. I don't
So they
understand.
feel like you understand.
And
just 'cause
and
you're
then the
a
way that I look, people think that I've danced and all. I've never danced, y'all. I've never sold my body, none of that. But I just like tattoos. But because I look a certain way, I don't fit the traditional narrative. So how can I speak on that? And I'm like, but I grew up in a loving family. My dad's still with his wife. My grandparents were together still. So I'm like, I don't know about that one. You don't really
Okay.
know nobody. There's nothing wrong with advocating for something that's
Mm.
a positive. Why would you get mad at me for telling the truth and defending men? Shouldn't you be coming at me if I'm doing the opposite?
Look, you could spend thousands hiring a professional video editor, or you could use Animoto to create pro quality videos yourself in minutes, which means you'd have
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you find like what is the misconceptions that the
streaming.
men actually have of a strong independent woman? What is
I think that, and I don't mean this rudely, I think that some of those men, the ones that attack me, I think they didn't have a good mother figure in their life.
Mm.
So I feel like when they see a woman who's strong and stuff like that and has certain values, I feel like it intimidates them. People who are not secure with themselves are always going to feel some type of way about someone else, especially when they're strong, opinionated. Like everybody's able to have their own opinions, but I'm sorry, I'm set in stone with mine. So yeah.
so you feel like the men that
That's my
didn't
favorite
see it,
word,
like
yeah.
when they're on their upbringing, it's not natural for them. So that's why they actually like
Well, yeah, of
Really?
course. Then I think maybe the trauma that they've dealt with from their mothers or sisters, maybe the women that they've dealt with. So I feel like when they see other women, I don't know, I feel like they just don't like it. Same with women. They'll never like to hear my perspective on things because they don't see themselves in me. They're either 304s, show their body, do certain things, so we can't relate on anything. So I feel like it hits a nerve with them, especially if they're not healed. Same thing with men.
Facts.
how do you feel about the women that actually like decide go that route to make their money that way online and OnlyFans and stuff like that?
Look, make your money however you want, but don't complain when people don't want to date you. Don't complain when people have an opinion about it. Don't do things that you're not going to be proud of,
Facts.
and don't do things if you can't show your father or your family those type of things. And if you don't want to get made fun of it for, like, why would you do it?
So how do you feel about the people that actually comfortable in their own skin and they don't mind? Their family does. They do know that they're in the adult industry and they do all that stuff.
I
right?
respect it. I respect it.
Okay.
I definitely respect it.
Okay.
Can't knock the hustle.
How do you see women like nowadays that like standing like in her spot, trying to pretty much give a good message, like obviously advocating for both sides? Like, is it possible for women to do it nowadays, or do you feel like how the man told her like she should stay out of her lane because she's not a man?
Man, it's a very. I was gonna ask Taylor about social media because I feel like social media.
Guys, this is something I didn't say when I was on the podcast. But I wasn't trying to be disrespectful because there's only so much you could say. But there's a part of me that gets mad at men, and I never say this because again, I really love men wholeheartedly. But I do think men, some guys, like the toxic ones, are big idiots. Why? Because You are a man and you know what it feels like to be a man and you know what it feels like to live in a man's body. Yet you don't sit there and make videos about men's mental health. So that tells me you don't give a fuck about men or people around you. So when somebody like me makes videos about men's mental health and then people go, oh, you're performative or you're this or you're that, performative. There are some people who give a fuck. You're not using your platform for anything. You're just sitting there like trying to shame people for helping someone. That's like the biggest thing I'll never understand. Now, if somebody's making videos to bash people, that's dumb as fuck, you know? I totally get that, but I don't see what it matters for if you're a woman or a man advocating for anything that's positive. That's like a homeless woman right now going to men's shelters and taking care of the men and somebody going, oh, you're not a man. You shouldn't be giving them money and this and that. Why the fuck does it matter what gender you are? You know what I mean? At least there's somebody who cares. It's the same thing as women. Men shouldn't be doctors, but men are better doctors than women, clearly. You know what I mean? So there's certain things where men say things where I'm just like, not all men, but just like the toxic one that's like, dude, how stupid can you be? You don't even give a fuck about yourself or people around you. I don't know. And the way men are sometimes, I watched this one video one time of this guy and he was like really going through it and he was already talking about how he wanted to unalive himself. And then all his friends were like laughing and tapping him on the back and like, man, just get another bitch, this and that. That's the reason why people take their lives, man, because of stuff like that. I would hate to have a friend like that who was pushing aside what I had to do. And I know this because a lot of my guy friends tell me this all the time. They always tell me, Tay, I'd rather go to you than my own guy friends because my guy friends, they don't give a fuck. So that tells me you're going to get mad at me for caring about men's mental health, but you men don't even help your homeboys. Don't understand it. Not all men.
Is glamorizing, like,
Oh shit, my
like
bad.
she said, like the 304 lifestyle,
My
and
bad.
Toxicity a lot.
the Cardi B, and I feel like that's like being pushed.
Because it sells. That's why.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you don't think the traditional family that doesn't sell, the weddings and all the other stuff like that, that doesn't sell?
I
No,
think
not as
the
much.
I think
Really?
The weddings, yes, maybe, but that's because of the women and how glamorous it is. But I don't feel like
Look.
the family role is
Mhm.
valued as much anymore. Women don't even like men, so how could we talk about husbands unity? They only care about the wedding. They don't care about the
they care
husband.
about
Yeah.
the photos and the ring,
Yes.
but not the actual
And being a wife.
union, not the
Yes,
union.
yes.
Yeah,
You know what
Okay.
I'm saying?
I
Yeah.
Okay,
do.
so you're saying that women want to be a bride, they don't want to be a wife.
Yes.
Okay, so they just want the celebration, they don't want the part after.
Yep. The ring and everything. Because look how
Mhm.
that's glamorous. You have all the attention on you. You got the ring, you got everybody looking at you.
Are you going off of what social media is, or do you personally know married people?
Oh no, I've seen people like that before. Yeah.
But like, do you know, because you have
Me-
close ones that are like
Donnie.
married?
Oh yeah, all of my friends are married. I only have
Okay.
2 homegirls that aren't married. So
Okay.
yeah, I have a lot of my homegirls are married. Same thing with my family. They're like most of them are married. So
Okay.
yeah, I'm very big on
Garrick.
traditional values.
How do you stay up on social media, knowing like, because I see like your views and your followers, they're always growing and it goes up high. Like, how do you know how to follow the trend and what's going on like in the world? Like, how do you?
So what I usually do, I pay attention to things on the For You page, what's trending. You know, you'll have like a hot topic, like a lady saying something, everybody will get on it. I'll do that. Then also I'll go to my Gmail, stuff like that. People will send me videos. But I
Okay.
always try to stay true to my niche, which is like relationships, mental health. I'll strive and do other things as well too, but I try to stay within that. But I try to do the trends and stuff because you have to. It keeps you on top of like the social media game. That's very important.
I was exactly like the question is like you're successful in the whole social media game on different platforms as well. Too. I see your
Yeah.
TikTok.
Thank you.
With suggestion for somebody who's trying to do what you're doing, like, is it like stay within the niche, like don't veer off, even though say like I actually got in the industry, I'm interviewing like women about dating and all this other concepts that has to do with actual like relationships,
Of course.
but I actually have like a rap artist that I actually like, and like would you suggest like should I interview him just because that's my own personal liking, or just stick within my niche to be able to grow?
Of course, I always say keep within your niche, but you can definitely branch out and do other things as well because you want to be diverse. My biggest thing is I'll talk about relationship topics, but then you'll probably see my videos. I do cooking, I go to the gym, I'll have like other Muay Thai videos or things like that. That brings a whole different audience. Keep your niche and be consistent with that. Post like 3-5 videos a day, whatever you decide, and go live. Your main thing is to go live and get close to your audience, talk to your audience, read your comments, understand that they're going to like you a lot more. Don't be a content creator who's never going live, just sitting there, just posting, and that's pretty much it. They want to know what type of person you are. And then on top of that, you definitely want to like branch out and do other things too. Because remember, you have different audiences. You'll have relationship people, you'll have cooking video people, gym people. So now you have a whole bunch of different audiences.
But
So-
I'll, like say the person that tuned in for the actual gym and they see you over here talking about like politics or women or whatever it is that's going on with dating, like do you lose that gym person, or do you make sure like I'm like once or twice a week I'll make sure I have that gym video for for these people too?
Oh, so what I usually do is I'll like break my videos into like, since I have different platforms, I'll keep my gym videos on one certain account. I'll
Okay.
keep my regular videos on one certain account. So it kind of helps with that. You don't necessarily have to do that, but that's why people make a gaming channel and then they have a regular channel. So you could do that, or sometimes just put it in a playlist. YouTube has like a cool little thing where you could put your podcast in a
Like the playlist.
your makeup videos in a playlist, and your cooking videos in a playlist.
How
So,
do
yeah.
how do you feel about the way her setup is? Like, do you blend it? Does it blend in with the way you're
Taylor-
working yours too? Or
Hey, Taylor's a beast. Taylor is. I was just so story time. So I'm driving here from LA. We're in Vegas, by the way.
Right.
And her and I are texting, right? And I send her, what do they call them? Giphies?
Yeah,
Or-
GIFs.
GIFs.
whatever.
GIFs, yeah.
Yeah.
And
get off, y'all.
she's like, "Oh my god, I'm gonna be right there." So I sent her the Giphy of the car, like literally
Flying
like
out of
Yeah.
flying over the hill or whatever. Like the
You
car's about to,
driving.
car's about to crash. But I'm talking to her about getting here, and then I pull in, and she's like right next
I
to me. When I
know.
pull in, she's all, "Hey," I'm like, "Oh man." So to me, it's like I commend her because she's making content, she's jumping on podcasts, she posts a lot of her personal life, and
Yeah.
it's just amazing because most people don't want to let you in.
Yeah.
They just want to paint the picture of how
Persona,
whatever.
what the internet is supposed to view you as.
Yeah,
I
like
get
she's
you.
in there showing you her going to the gym, showing her cooking up stuff, like
Yeah.
little
When
healthy.
Would you feel that it was okay to like get a little personal with your video, or have you always been doing that?
I've always been very in tune with myself. I don't like to be one of those people who just dumps things on people, but if somebody asks me, I'll tell you, especially if I'm comfortable. Therapy also helps a lot with being able to express yourself. And I also feel like, again, when you talk about yourself, it makes people connect with you a lot more. And then you're not just a content creator. People actually like you and you're an influencer and you can influence people because now they see themselves in you. So, yeah. And there's a lot of young women watching me too. So, yeah.
Okay. How often do you get people that actually read your demeanor and your persona wrong, that they're like, and she's a little cocky, like
All the
It happens
time.
a lot. Like, it happens a lot. People think I'm super confident, super cocky, like have a roster. I'm like, what the heck? I just got back from FedEx where I was working. I was sweating today. I haven't even slept. What are you talking about? So people always do that, but it's okay. People are always gonna have a different perception of you, but
Not gonna lie, y'all. With the shit that people put on my back, I wish I had a roster. Boy, my life is so boring. I literally work from 3 a.m. to 10, and then we're hitting peak season at my job next week. And if you work hard labor jobs like FedEx, you know what the fuck I'm talking about. I'm about to be doing fucking 7 days a week mandatory until January, no days off. And they're gonna give us 1 day off every 2 weeks, but you gotta choose what day it is. When I get home, I'm tired, you guys. And then I come home, I make videos, and then I try to go to the gym once I take like a little nap. And then once I'm done with the gym, I stay on live for a couple hours and I go right back to sleep. So I'm always like, man, I wish I had that lavishing, crazy, back blown out life you guys are trying to portray me as, which I actually don't wish, but just the fact that people say that, like I'm just doing so much stuff. Like, y'all, if I was doing all that, I would be fucking vlogging because that would be great content. Hey guys, I'm on a yacht. I never even been on a goddamn yacht. You know what I mean? So I've been on a boat before, but I think a yacht's different, right? Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, people have so much things where they think like you have tattoos, you look a certain way. Oh my gosh, she's definitely getting her pee-pee licked or whatever the fuck people say. She's definitely out there getting blown out. Like, I'm like, Jesus, people come to Vegas and they're the ones trying to get their buns blown out. That's why they think everybody else does that. Just because you fuck with blow up dolls doesn't mean everybody else does, buddy.
my biggest thing is just be who you are.
Trust you don't want a
prove them
roster.
wrong.
I don't.
your supporters though. Like, how do you know that they're actually with you for the positive route and they're not
Dottie.
sitting around waiting for you to see you on some flawing stuff to clip your shit and then go ahead and like,
Ooh, that's a good question. I think with at least some of my supporters, I think there's a lot of them who do support me.
Yes.
Because there has been other content creators that, I go back and forth with and
Mm.
they got my back. They got my back for sure. Or I've had certain takes that weren't the best, and then my followers be like, hey, Tay, we love you, but that take was really bad. And I'm like, ooh, okay. So I do respect it. Not
Tay-
everybody's going to like me though.
Tay got a lot of support because
They love me. They love
I'll
me.
see her stuff clipped up. Like you went on the whatever podcast, right?
Yeah, 4 times.
Mm.
Yeah.
Oh, 4
So
times?
Yeah.
yeah. She went on the
Yup.
whatever
I'm so
podcast,
annoyed, bro.
and
Yup.
The bespoke AI Family Hub Plus refrigerator with AI vision inside.
Cut it
You
up.
could tell the clippers that like certain aspects of what she's
Mm,
saying
okay.
because they do their own edit.
They clip me a lot.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
clip me a lot.
But she be coming with the real deal. Like, remember when you was telling the girl, like,
Oh.
yeah, you
I got
selling
that.
you selling your body. I've never done that. I got a job. I got this. But it'd be real because to me, here's why I like Tay so much. There's a lot of there's a long list, but one of them is the fact that she's willing to put the work in. Like, she's going live, she's going to podcasts, she's making content. She's not just on. I don't want to say, I'm
Yeah.
not knocking the girls that
Yeah, yeah,
go on
Yeah.
those platforms to just show their body or their feet or whatever.
Mhm.
I'm not knocking them, but for her to go the route that she's going,
Mm.
I believe it's more of a long-term play.
It is.
You know what I'm saying? And I feel like, when you don't sell out,
Yeah.
then you can be on a podcast like this and
Yeah.
talk about more than just your body. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
she has more layers to her personality and to her experience. I
Yeah,
think
he's not lying, y'all. The opportunities you get when you don't sell your body are way better. Like one of the things I was watching, because I watch like a lot of different things sometimes, and I seen this one girl, it like passed on my TikTok, and she was like talking about how she regrets doing OF because a lot of brand deals that she was working with before, the moment she started doing OF, won't work with her no more. The only brand people that work with OF people are like Gymshark and Dark Sport. I noticed they sign a lot of OF girls because again they get traction. But if you're gonna want to work for Red Bull and stuff like that, they won't sponsor you. Which yeah, I personally think he's right about the long game thing, dude. Like it takes forever to like get to be a YouTuber and get to be known. But I mean, if you know what you're doing, you'll get there. Like I said, y'all, my first couple of months, I think it was like my first or second month, I got a 100K plaque, which is behind me. Got my first check, so I just think it depends on how much work you put in and how bad you want it. You don't work, you don't do anything, you're not going to see any results. It's just like a job. You clock in once a week, look at the money you're going to get. You clock in 6 times a week and look at the money you'll get. It's the same thing as social media. You're on live, you put yourself on here all the damn time, you're going to get the traction that you deserve, especially if you're, I guess, implementing things properly and impacting people in a good way. Just don't be on here doing some bullshit,
I think that's why her viewers like her so much. But my question, when I watch your content and you're talking about relationships and social media, do you think that social media has helped relationships or hurt relationships?
I want to say a little bit of both. It depends on what type of content you're consuming. I really do think so. But I think a lot of toxicity is like on TikTok the most. That's what I see. Yeah, because a lot of people, especially no offense to young women, they don't know how to like retain a little bit of information and keep it pushing. They'll take that and then all of a sudden, babe, do you do this too? And it's like, there you go. Start a whole argument over a TikTok you just seen. But then
Okay.
you won't see the positive ones and then congratulate your man. You see? So try not to do stuff like that. But I do think it's like a half and half. It's your perception of social media. Because for me, social media is a great thing. It's a great tool. Look what we're doing here. But then other people
Yeah.
use it and it ruins their lives because they listen to every little thing they see.
So it's more, is it for like education or is it more entertainment that people are using it for?
Ooh, I think it depends on the person. Because for me, I think it's more
What do you think
like
about like,
education. Most people, yeah, I would
yeah.
think it's just for that purpose.
So let's say the majority, like let's just go from like, I say like from 21 to 30. Like, are
Yeah,
they
for sure. They're just playing around on social
entertaining?
media. For sure.
Okay.
Entertainment. Yeah.
The women that actually come at you though, like are those like, I want to say OnlyFans girls, like single moms, like
Yeah.
who are the ones that are like that feel like your content is offensive?
For sure. OF girls, strippers. I got my whole Instagram taken down by strippers. Yeah, I know.
Tell us the
Damn,
story.
so-
about
yeah,
that.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
share that.
tell us what
Yeah.
happened.
Tell us
Okay,
the
so I've been
story.
on World Star a couple times, and I had this one video. I thought it was great. So somebody asked me, "Hey Tay, what do you think of strippers?" I don't hate them. I don't think nothing's wrong with them.
I'm gonna be back, y'all. I'm
But
gonna turn
one
the
of
air
these
off.
girls
It's
was
cold.
crying and saying like her boyfriend didn't want to be with her, things like that. And I just said something along the lines of, you're dancing on men and you're getting them, rock solid, and then you go back home to your man, smell like another man. And I said, no man's gonna want to love you or be with you. I'm not saying you're not deserving of love, but women misconstrue that. All those strippers got upset and literally took down my Instagram. But they were saying, you wish your body looked like mine. You wish you could dance. You wish you could. Why would I wish that? Well, you guys act like I'm some beast or something, like I'm a hyena. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I'm a good looking woman, but I don't need to do that to make money. I'm not trying to knock you, but it's just an opinion. So stuff like that kind of irritates me because it's just an opinion, man. I'm not like going out and getting you guys or hurting you. So why mess up my content and mess up my flow? But it's all right. We back now. 400K on Instagram.
Dang.
That's what's up.
You know what's crazy too is like,
Oh, I'm so cold.
why hate on you though? Because see, to me, when you're talking about the hate you receive from the fact that you have an opinion, that means that was something within them that they didn't
It
like.
triggered them.
You feel me? What I'm saying? Yeah, because it's like if you say something to me and you know trying to hurt me, but it bounces off of me, I don't take it personal, right?
Yeah.
But obviously, if you say something like you said, they got triggered, then of course
Oops.
they're going to come at you.
I'm back.
So that's something that's
my onesie
within
on.
them that they need to work on, because if they really were confident in what they were doing to make money, then what your opinion wouldn't shatter their ego, so to speak, in my opinion.
No, I agree with that, because there's a lot of times where I'll go back and forth with women and they do that. You're masculine, well, you're this, you're that. It doesn't hurt my feelings. I'm a tomboy. What do you want me to do? You're gonna get upset at me? I know.
Not quite
that.
a tomboy.
Well, I had to dress up for this event. I didn't want to
You
look
know?
all. I was gonna wear.
See, I told you guys, every time people call me masculine or a tomboy, I always tell guys that, and they'll be like, you're not a tomboy, especially my guy friends. I'm like, what am I then? This person said black issues matter most. That's definitely not true. I personally think everybody matters. The reason why I don't think black issues matter the most is because black people don't like to listen to shit. So why would your issues matter the most when you're the ones who don't want to listen? And then the most races that go hand in hand attacking each other are black people. So, and I know this because I'm black. You can't tell black people shit. So me personally, everybody matters. Sorry, I root for all lives matter. And I'm mixed, so I can't say, oh, only black people. I'm black, Mexican, and Filipino. So I don't do that ignorant shit. Everybody matters. We all matter. All of our mental health matters. Everybody in the chat matters. That is a stupid thing to say.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, in my eyes, I feel like I am. But, women just don't get offended at things. Learn to take constructive criticism, because not everybody's coming at you in a way where they're trying to hurt you. Like when I make my videos, I think women think I hate them, and it's not even that. It's just an opinion. It's just an opinion. Freedom of speech.
What's crazy is you have a lot of empowering videos that are empowering women too.
They don't care
And
about that.
they go straight to the one where you're like,
But do they miss that because they're trying to be entertained? Like why do they miss the message?
I think that, can I be honest? I think that women just want to not like you. And I'll give you an example.
They want an excuse.
Yeah, there was a
Okay.
woman who made a video. Her name's Sprinkle Sprinkle, and she was saying something along the lines of, you should never date a man when you have kids that are really small, because anything could happen. And I said a video just like that, and I got crucified for it. She made the same video, and everybody amplified it. Oh my God, yes. They just don't like the messenger.
Yep.
They've already said in their heart, I don't like this girl. She's a pick me. She likes men. She advocates for men. So anything I say, I can say anything that's gold, and they're gonna go, nope, she's wrong, because they don't like me. And it's okay. I'm not
Okay.
on this world to be liked. That's all right.
what is it? What does it pick me?
All trees are on sale right now at Michael's. Bring home holiday joy with up to 70% off trees.
Damn, I can't believe it's almost
A pig is
Christmas.
a girl who does things for male validation. But if I was, no offense to women, if I was ugly and stuff like that and couldn't get nobody and nobody wanted me, I could see where that would be. But I can go down the street and somebody will ask me out. I don't know
Don't
why
you-
girls, they act like I can't get somebody. I don't understand that.
But speaking of don't you think nowadays, because of the way the social media and attention rolls away, like different angles, that a lot of women that obviously all of us would probably agree that she's not attractive, but she thinks differently because of the attention and stuff she gets in her DMs. Like a lot of men, like there are men out there that are like, man, like that girl, she's like overweight, she's ugly. Like I would still kind of mess with her, but since I can hide behind my screen, I'll still message her. My homies won't know, nobody will find out, and I'll still give her the attention that she normally needs. So like he might be a decent, not even like attractive dude, but a decent dude that like
Yeah.
obviously she wouldn't get like openly spoken to in
Yeah.
public. Like the guy is still sneaking behind scenes, still messaging her because his homies won't find out. He can probably hook up with her late at night. He's really, really trying. So because she's getting that attention, she like doesn't see what you see.
Yeah,
She really thinks she might be on your level. She might feel she's above your level. Like
that's
because
true.
How
That's true.
do you feel about sexual market value? Like, you know how when people say, "Oh, like you're a 9,"
Yeah.
or "I'm a 7," or Chris is an 8,"
Yeah.
like, you know what I mean? Like,
Like-
how do you feel about
like about like the dynamics, how he's saying like people don't shop within their league.
Can I be honest? I don't like that. And I'll say why. Because I don't rate myself high. I say like I'm a solid 6. But when people ask me, I don't like that, because I've met men that they say are 10s and their personalities aren't great. Your soul will shine through no matter how good looking you are. Like I could be a 10, and if I come over here, I'm rude to you guys, that's going to knock me down to a
Right.
2. So I've met people that have this thing where they think their looks are everything. So I don't like that, because then you degrade people and think you're better than them because, oh, she's out of my league, I'm out of her league. That's why there's so much competition with women and men for no reason. Just be in your own lane and do your own thing. I don't really like that. I see just me and that's it, not competition with other women or people. Life is too short for all that.
Yeah, I
extra
hate-
stuff. I'm sorry.
One of the things I
agree.
can't stand a competitive person. Like if you have a partner and they're competitive with you, I'll probably dump your ass. Annoying. If I'm around women and they're competitive towards me, it tells me you're insecure. People who are insecure tend to compete and, oh, I got a car before you did, and we'll see who gets a car for it. Like, dude, just do what you got to do. Why is this not a fucking race? Race your damn self.
It's too much work.
I
mean-
just was curious.
Yeah,
though,
but that's a good
because-
question though. I
Yeah,
like that.
because I feel like some people are together just because they look good together,
That's
but they don't
true.
even like each other.
You
know
can
what I
tell.
mean?
You can always tell.
Like,
That's true.
Yeah.
What about the dynamic like you actually have at work? Like you say, you have a clock in job, you go in, you do your duties, and come back, and like the social media world is extra. It's what you do on top of like your actual lifestyle.
Yeah.
Like, do you catch heat at work with women? I know like women, if they see another woman
let
that
us
think
know.
is
Yeah.
attractive, they kind of like how you said they pick something to not like you.
Yeah. So one of the things about me, people get this misconstrued. I'm on social media, so people think I'm super extroverted. I used to be. I'm not as much. When I go to my job, I don't talk to anybody unless they talk to me.
Oh, okay.
And I work for FedEx, y'all. So it's mostly men. All the guys love me.
okay.
They all know who I am.
Yup.
As
So
soon as
many
I
women work around you?
there's like maybe 5, 6 girls, but they don't be talking to me. You could just tell. Like I'll say good morning to some of the ladies, they won't talk to me. I only have like one homegirl, Jasmine, that I hang out with. The rest of them, they don't really talk.
Shout
me
out to
much.
Jasmine.
But it doesn't
Jazz.
bother me because, like I said, I'm there to work and stuff like that. And
for sure.
one of the girls.
My bad, y'all. I do not know what's going on with my mic that I don't even freaking use. Hopefully you could still hear me.
I remember the guy was talking about me. He's like, yeah, that's Tay right there. And she goes, look, I want to see your content. And I said, nah, girl, I'm cool. Because I had a situation at my last job where a girl seen my content and we got in a full-blown argument over a video that I made that had nothing to do with her. Yeah. That's why I don't like women seeing my content, because they'll see one video and instead of asking me, hey, Tay, why did you say this? They'll go off on you instead.
Instead of just talking to you,
Yeah,
like we
just-
talked
Yeah,
about.
I'm very
like,
understanding. That's why I say maybe my demeanor comes off really strong, but I'm very passionate. Just come to me and have open dialogue. Once you start yelling at me, you don't want to test my gangster. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Can you share a moment when you actually hit a woman positively and she let you know that? Like she thanked you for dropping the content or saying something?
Ooh, this has happened before. I had a woman come to me and thank me so much because she realized in one of the videos that I made a video that I read a book basically, and in that book it was talking about how the husband cheated on the wife, but he cheated on her. It's sad because she was the nicer person and his wife was mean to him. And she told me that she changed a lot of her ways because she was mean to her boyfriend, wasn't buying him gifts, was mean to him, was mean when he was depressed. And she's like, Taylor, I learned a lot from you and our relationship is better. That made me so happy. Like
Okay.
it makes me so
That's
happy because at least she's learning at least a little bit from me, you know?
Okay.
So it's good to hear positive feedback. for
How
once.
often does that happen? Man?
Ooh, not that from
Yeah.
from women, not that much, but from men, like my DMs are flooded with positivity from men, but from women, voice notes of evil crap and unalive yourself and all this. Dang, girl, sheesh.
Okay.
How
Over,
do-
over
how
a little
do-
video.
how do you like filter out all that stuff? Because I'm sure you get like, okay, Taylor's. I'm telling you, she's a beast. Like I go on TikTok live or I'll go on Instagram. I'll leave like a little emoji.
I'll be from one app to the other app to the
Yeah.
other.
Yeah.
I go
Like,
live
so,
on each one.
so Tay's interacting with a bunch of people, right? So she'll be like reading the comments, and then she'll be like, "Oh, hey, Scott Fragrance. Okay, what is like you know what I'm saying? Like, so she gets a lot of impressions, right? How do you filter all that out?
I just do. I don't know. I've got before in the beginning, it was overwhelming because you're not used to it. But now that I've been in the game since 2019, it's easy now.
Bruh, by the way, did you guys even notice that I covered my face tattoo? Tell me I didn't do that shit so good. You can't even tell what side my face tattoo is on, huh?
Yeah, and then you get used to it. All the hate,
okay,
all
let
the
me
stuff.
stop
It's
because
like
I don't
you've
feel
heard this
good.
16 times.
My head
Basically,
hurts.
You're masculine. You're a man. Ooh, like it's just the same thing.
Do you feel like they're bots or?
No, they're people.
I could see it by their page.
Yeah, I remember one time some lady was like telling me all this messed up stuff, and you're ugly while I was doing my makeup and all this stuff. I go and click on her
Damn.
profile, and I said, it's funny how you're a nurse and you have your job and stuff right there. I said, don't let me call your manager while you're doing this, Miss Nurse. And she literally blocked me and everything. Yeah, get scared.
Taylor, hey, don't test her gangster.
Yeah, that's why I always tell women, just leave me alone, please. Just leave me
Okay,
alone.
okay.
I'm not the one. Please.
But I'm shocked that you said men like actually coming at you. Like, is it men that
It's actually not on the right side. It's on the left side.
you don't show time of day to?
Ooh.
They try to like give you
Remember, all my
compliments in
tattoos are on my left
DM and
side.
you overlook the stuff and they're like, yeah, you know what, man, forget her, and they start like trying to get on
Yeah,
you.
how are the DMs from men? I'm curious.
My DMs are actually really nice. They're all like, let me take you out.
We're
like,
respectful.
yeah.
I'm respectful.
Okay.
They're super nice.
I
and
came,
they're-
I came at you
I
very.
ain't, I ain't gonna say it. There's a lot of celebrities in my DMs.
Oh,
Wrestlers, ball
man.
players. But again, I see their content or their profiles, and I'm like,
They trying to fly you out. They trying to fly
yeah.
Tay out.
Yeah.
If they say I want to fly you out, I'm not giving no buns up. No, I'm a lady. Excuse me.
What about if they find out they're like, hey, I'm coming to Vegas? Like,
No. I'm very shy. People don't think I'm shy at all. I'm very extroverted to a certain extent, but I do get shy over things.
Are you
Yeah.
are you dating right now? or
No, I'm by
no?
myself.
How long you been single?
Soy
I want to say
soltera.
since January. I was
Yeah.
3 years single for a while, and then got with somebody for a little bit, and yeah, I rekindle things with someone. Yeah.
Just
My
very
ex.
briefly, why didn't that work?
Morning, Pete. Coffee's on and your Uber's on its way.
You know, I've been thinking.
Ooh.
Yeah, we about to get
Yeah, I
into
know.
that. Yeah.
A
This
lot
is
of-
what
a
this
lot
is
of-
what the people
I just don't like talking about my ex, y'all, because I know he watches my stuff, and then like every time I do bring up something, it's always why are you talking about me? So that's why I just never say anything. He doesn't say anything bad because I'm not like trashing him, but I don't know. I feel like if somebody asks me, I'm gonna answer it. Other than that, I won't make videos talking about my ex, if that makes sense. Or I don't bash him either.
want to know.
I'll be honest. Both of us were bad. I had jealousy issues. He also had his own issues, and then come to find out, he ended up being bipolar and stuff, and he just couldn't do the relationship, and the long distance killed it. So yeah.
Did the jealousy, the social media part of the jealousy?
On my end, yeah, it was social media. I corrected him about somebody that he was following, and he was telling me that it was nothing. And then one day he decided to put a heart emoji and little mouth watering things on her picture. And then she was beautiful. Don't get me wrong, beautiful gym girl, gorgeous. She kind of looked like she was like native or something. But if I'm constantly telling you that something's bothering me, and then you go and do that, that's kind of sad. Because I went and unfollowed every single person in my following list, even Chris Brown. So I'm like, come on, man. I'm not expecting me out of someone else, but if I give you a certain respect, and I tell you, hey, babe, this bothers me, I kind of want you to just fix it and stuff. And you don't need to follow her, because if you've seen her gym content, it wasn't even regular gym content, like in
Like
her
she was there for
butt.
the attention?
Yeah, like there's a different gym girl, and then she was the one where it's like she's jumping and doing pull-ups, and it's her whole butthole. I'm like, girl, what the heck? Why have we seen your butt for a no?
Yo,
But she was gorgeous though. I'm not hating. She was
hey,
gorgeous.
Taylor is hilarious because I seen some of the comment. Remember the one, the cat, he was like, I want to eat your,
Oh my
and,
god!
and then she straight up busts out the Bible and she's like,
Daniel.
That's a
you need
freaky.
Jesus.
Yeah, they be freaky. So they're either really nice in my DMs or freaky. Yeah, they say.
Yeah, y'all. So like, one thing I can honestly say is I wholeheartedly will always care for my ex. There's no hard feelings, but he was not trying to work with me, and he was not trying to grow up. And it made me so sad because he used to make me bend over backwards for his love, and just for him to leave. He made me cut off my friend Kay. I did that. Nothing worked. He was talking to some girl behind my back, taking pictures with girls when he was supposed to be doing photography. Yeah, and he was just lying about a lot of stuff, and it sucked. And then I went out of my way, which I didn't have to. I gave him a PS5 just because, again, I wanted to play video games with him. I gave him the PS5. I put like a decal on the PS5. So if you see my PS5, boy, mine has like a Carnage and Venom shit on it. I put like the Berserk, anime Berserk, whatever decal on it. Obviously, you have to open it to do that. I also turned on the PS5 to put games on there. When it got sent to him, you would think that my ex would have been like, oh, thank you, Taylor. Nope. He was getting mad at me and got pissed off and said, why the fuck did you open it for? I don't even get to hear how it sounds, because I guess there's a PS5 sound it makes when you first open it that you'll never get to hear. And not gonna lie, y'all, I'm a very sensitive person. Like, I might come off very strong and all that stuff, but when I'm in a relationship with somebody, my ex will tell you I'm a crybaby, dramatic, every 5 seconds crying and all that stuff. I literally started crying because I'm like, dude, what the hell? Like, anytime I would do something for him, it's like he would always bitch about what I got him or how I would do things. And I'm telling you, y'all, I'm glad that relationship did not work out, because I'm a lot more happier. And I don't know, I just feel like he needs to get his life together and his stuff together. And just like he said, he had been single for so long that when we tried to get back with each other, we just didn't want to compromise with one another. Well, I can't say we didn't want to compromise, because I compromised. He didn't want to compromise. But yeah, it seemed like the moment he made me stop talking to everybody, my friends and all that stuff, now he wanted to go, oh, I want to leave now. I don't want to do it. So I think he dumped me a couple of days before my birthday, or a day on my birthday. I don't remember. And then, like I said, I was just so over it. So I'm not mad at him. I don't hate him, but I just really think that being with somebody who's bipolar is a lot of work. And I know there's some like people that are like, oh, well, you shouldn't be telling people that he's bipolar. He literally has bipolar type 2 disorder on his fucking page. So it's not like I'm saying something that people don't know. He also made multiple videos on his Instagram saying he was bipolar. So, and he was talking about his being bipolar and how he was in the psych ward and how he's been to jail a couple times. So a lot of people like to blame me for it. Y'all, I didn't dump him. I was trying to work it out with him. I even told him, let's do therapy stuff. Let's do classes. Got us this self-help book for couples. We started reading it together. Every single time we would do it, then he was like, oh, I don't want to do it. It's too much work. I'm tired of this. It's overwhelming. And like I said, y'all, there's nothing you can do if somebody doesn't want to do things with you. So I just started learning the person I fell in love with was a different version. I always seen him as like a leader and a go-getter. I don't know if it's maybe because of the bipolar and maybe the stress and all that stuff that he couldn't handle it. But that's why I say I never could be mad at him, because when you know about bipolar disorder and stuff like that, y'all, you know how overwhelmed they get. So you can't get mad at somebody for not being able to show up for you. I'm just more like happy, and I'm so glad that he at least let me know before things got any worse. And I'm glad like I didn't go years trying to be with him, because like I said, I don't think this would have ended anywhere, if that makes sense. But I feel like he wasn't sure of me, he just couldn't say it. And like I said, I just don't like my time wasted, so I have not even tried. I don't even want to go back to even talking to that person and all that. So me personally, I think that you should never rekindle things with your ex. I was too scared to move on, so I was like, man, I just want to rekindle things with my ex and see how it goes, because I really cared about that person. But after that last go around and being more aware of things and stuff like that, yo, I realized, I'm like, Taylor, I think you fell in love with a version of him that's no longer there. And it's true, because like I said, when I got with him, he's not the same person that I once thought he was. Like, he's not, I don't know how to explain it. He's still a good person, y'all. When I say that, he's very helpful to a certain extent. He's very nice when you need something. He did reach out to me when my cat died. My cat Gingy, when the cancer thing happened, he did help me with like getting stuff for liver recovery and all that stuff. So he's not a horrible person. It's just like I said, you cannot get mad at somebody for not showing up for you the way you need them to. So that's why I say I never could talk bad about my ex. And at the end of the day, I'll never can blame him, because who is the one who went back? Nobody forced me to go back to him. I chose to. So yeah. But yeah, I don't like people to ever think that he's a bad person or he's a piece of shit and stuff like that. I don't even think negatively of him. I just wish he was more honest. I wish he was more straightforward, because he could always say all the meanest things to me, but he could never tell me nice things about myself. He could never compliment me. He could never uplift me. Like I said, watching him talk to that girl or whatever that I was telling you guys about that he would follow, like he was telling me she's inspirational, she's this, she's that. Y'all, he did not like my videos. He hated my content. Ain't that crazy? But he liked this girl's butthole pics, which is so fucking insane, because he talks shit about girls who do that stuff. And then he was over there gawking at her. And then that same girl did not even like him. Yeah, I have to say this because I know my ex will watch it eventually. But that girl unfollowed him because of me, because I went out of my way to hit her up and ask her about him. And she's like, dude, I don't even like him. She's like, I don't know what it is about him, but I don't like him. She said she met him before. And then she went for herself and she unfollowed him and stuff. And then when he went back to go follow her, she never followed him. And I seen him unfollow her. So I'm like, dude, that's what you get. You want to follow a girl and try to not fall in love, but try to be with a girl who doesn't even like you. So I say men will chase the wrong women when they have a woman right with them. That's what makes me think sometimes, do you guys even want women to help you sometimes? Yeah, trust me, y'all. Everybody said the same thing. Even my therapist said that I don't think he has narcissistic traits. I think he's just bipolar. Narcissist and bipolar people and avoidance all have the same similar things: pushing people away, getting overwhelmed, blaming, shifting blame, and gaslighting. That's why they're all misconstrued. That's why I tell women sometimes, don't call your man a narcissist, because half of the time he could be avoidant, but this does not mess up my perception of men. I just got to be careful with who I care for, because I know right now, y'all, in the stage of love that I'm at, I know I'm ready for love whenever it comes my way. But that's the thing, I'm not trying to love somebody who's like, I'm going to get you a car, right? And you're going to be like, I don't want a fucking Benz. I want a Jeep, bitch. Like, I don't want to be with a man like that. If you're going to complain about everything, I'm not trying to be with you. Like, some people don't know how to appreciate people and praise them. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? So, and reassurance and, what is it called? Words of affirmation really do it for me. So if you can't do that for me and like be nice, fuck that. I'd rather be by myself. Turned up stuff.
You begin like the random like eggplants.
Yeah. Or people send me weird videos. I have an assistant now for my email.
Oh, okay.
Because they be sending me videos I do not want to see. No, thank you, honeys.
How did I get through to you?
Through DMs. But again, this is the thing with me. Whether you're a man or a
My
woman,
throat
if you
hurts.
come at me correctly, we'll have a conversation. If I see the DMs and it's, oh, nice boobs, nice I'm not going to answer your nasty DMs, because then I know you're going to try to get at me and be disrespectful. If you're already being too lustful in a text, I don't want to see you in person, because I'm very standoffish and I don't like people overstepping boundaries. I'm very big on respect. Like, I would never touch a man without asking. I would never touch a woman without it. You know what I mean? So why do people feel like that's okay? So yeah, if they're crazy like that in the DMs, ladies, do not meet up with them.
I think
Do not meet up with them.
I think your experience being on social media probably gives you a better gauge as to how people are coming at you.
Of course. I've learned a lot about people, different personality types, different backgrounds. So it's very easy now for me to maneuver with people.
How does the guy get at you,
I was gonna say, how do you navigate like you being like obviously like social media world having platforms like they're coming at you and you genuinely.
Gotta come at me in real life.
Yeah.
I prefer a guy to meet me in real life.
Yeah.
I prefer a guy to just come up to me, be cool with me, be kind
I mean,
of
it is
collected.
2025. He has to reach you some type of way
Yeah.
with technology though.
Yeah. Well, I don't know.
I doubt he's gonna catch you at the gas station or catch you anywhere. Like,
Oh, yeah, unless you meet me at the gym. Guys have done that before. Ask for my number at the gym. It's happened. Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, I'm very.
Are
I
you
don't
too
know.
busy though?
I'm so honest. I just don't want to date right now. I don't feel like the type of okay, I want a certain type of person, and I feel like the people I come across since we're in
What
Vegas
type of person do you want?
are not in my like. I just want a man who knows what he wants. I want a man who like wants a family, wants love, wants a wife.
I mean, does he have to be established already when it comes to you, or can he be building like he's in the process?
Question about that. What's established to you?
Why you gotta do this? Why you gotta do it like that?
Because I want to know what's established to you. Because like,
I would say,
can he at least have a car? You know what I mean? Like,
damn, guys don't have cars to talk to you.
there's been guys that have no cars and live with their mom.
Yo, Tay gets everything, bro.
Oh.
Everything.
And don't get me wrong, if you live with, like, say you had a roommate, wouldn't bother me. Say you have your own car, you're living with your mom for a little bit, you're taking care of that, wouldn't bother me. But this is the problem. I've talked to guys before where I have my own place, I have my own house and all that stuff. They'll give me a whole speech on certain things.
Oh, yeah, I don't
trying
like
to correct
that.
me about stuff, and I'm like, I don't really like that.
Fuck no.
Yeah, and it's hard to. I know a lot of people say this, it's toxic, but it's kind of hard to listen to somebody who isn't at
Isn't
your
it? Yeah,
level
okay,
with
I
certain
get you.
things. You're gonna correct me about my podcast or my thing, and you don't even have a podcast though.
Okay.
Yeah.
Could he be a content creator? Would you consider it, or you prefer somebody not like in the social media world?
Everybody I've ever dated, regular guy. It's never
Okay.
been a content creator. Not that I don't mind it and stuff. It just depends on what type of content are you making. If it's thirst traps, don't hit me up. If you do gym videos, Muay Thai videos, any type of jujitsu, things like that, yeah, I would do that. I'm scared to date celebrities. That's why I don't hit up the ball players and rappers because they like the poly and multiple women. I don't want that.
You never been on a date with a celebrity?
No.
Never.
And even if I was, I would never say it.
I mean, you don't have the name drop,
yeah.
but have you ever been on?
Oh, with a
one?
celebrity?
Yeah. You ever took somebody up an offer like, meet me for a drink?
No.
No.
I've talked to them before, but like I say, they ruin it by sending me their privates and stuff.
Celebrities do that?
Really
Yup.
quick. Yeah.
Looking for an easier way to get that LLC next to your business name? Say hello to Taylor Brands. Just
Well, Taylor's a beast, bro. She got a huge following. How many would you say on all platforms?
Ooh,
Roughly.
almost 400K.
I want to see a little over 1 million because I have 522 here, 390 on Instagram. Yeah, and then on TikTok, I have about 200K. I want to say a little over 1 million.
On Instagram, I think almost 200K
She's killing
on
it.
there, and then almost 600K on YouTube.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
250 on TikTok, right?
Yeah.
About $1 million.
Yeah.
That's why when
And
I
I get about mil views.
well, that's why when I reached out to her and it was like she hit me back, and I'm like, you know, a little bit of back and forth. I'm like, is this really you? You know what I mean? Is this some like
So to share,
Imposter.
yeah, AI generated? You know what I mean? I'm like,
so to share something like with the guys so they can pick up on something like a woman that's like established already. I would say that you're established. Like
Yeah.
how
yeah,
should he approach?
how do men level up to get into the dating game? Like you hear a lot of stuff about guys getting in the gym or get on their purpose or getting their money up. Like where's the disconnect? 'Cause I feel like men and women they're not connecting. They're just there's some I
By the way, y'all, when I'm done with this video or whatever, I'm going to make sure to put the podcast link in the description below. I can't do it now for some reason. It won't let me. I had it on the last live stream, but like I said, the audio went out. I had to redo a whole new one and I did it fast. So I did it. If you guys could just go on BBC Podcast, it's Tay Baby. Just everybody just comment in there down below. You don't have to write anything crazy. Just as long as everybody puts dots in there and likes their thing, it's going to help them. Because I'm pretty sure, I don't know if he's monetized yet, but help them get monetized, y'all. So if everybody could just leave a comment. Even if you leave 6 comments, one person, that's perfectly fine.
feel like it's social media because people
Please.
have the illusion of too many options. But what do you think from a man's perspective? What do they need to do? And then from a woman's perspective, like how do we bridge the gap?
First off, I feel like both of us need to ease up on each other. Men and women need to ease up because we're still humans at the end of the day. None of us are perfect and we don't know nobody's background. So some people might get things faster than others. I feel like for men should focus on themselves for a while first. Learn how to communicate, learn how to regulate your emotions, learn how to be stoic and strong. Why? Because you're going to lead a woman. You can't lead yourself. How are you going to lead her? You know, and you can't correct a woman if your life doesn't look good and it's in shambles.
Yep.
no woman's gonna listen to a man who doesn't have his own things. I'm not saying you have to have a mansion and
Wait,
things
So
like
that's why it
that.
goes back to like a guy that I said is established.
She
like,
said shambles.
Yeah.
You was like preaching. How you go? Wait, let me do my take. How you gonna lead a woman if you can't? If your life is in shambles?
Yeah, but it's true though, because a lot of people like to do that. Same thing with women. I've met women who are, and I've been depressed too. So I'm not saying this to make fun of anybody. We will date men when we're depressed. We'll date men when we're not happy.
just to fill in the spot.
Yes, and then we'll make that man like our Dr. Phil, and then put all that baggage on him, and then wonder why he can't handle stuff. So sometimes as us women, I think we need to be happy first on our own, learn to be by ourselves, not sleeping around, but learning yourself as a woman. Because look, how can I explain to you how to love me if I don't know myself? If you ask me, Tay, what are your toxic traits? I could tell you. Ask a woman right now what her toxic trait is. She's gonna go, I love too hard. Girl,
They keep it
you,
so
you
vague.
you don't got a toxic
Yeah.
trait. You
Yeah.
never keyed a car. You never
Yeah.
nothing. Don't lie, because then that's gonna help somebody love you a lot more. And if you
True.
lie and build a relationship off lies, that's what's wrong with a lot of people. They want to build up this facade and be something they're not. When I meet men, they tell me the same thing, like, "Oh, you're real honest," or "You kind of intimidate me." Why? Because I'm being honest with you, and you want a girl to lie to your face. I don't do that.
Okay.
Yeah.
You mentioned sleeping around. What's considered sleeping around?
Uh.
I'm gonna give you an example.
Passing the
Woman's had
kitty,
5 different boyfriends. Within
shaking
3
them
years.
titties.
That's not sleeping around.
That's not sleeping around.
No, because those are your boyfriends. But now if you out here, hey, what's up, Paul? I want my stuff ate. That's sleeping around. Because
So-
it's a random dude. Like,
So what about a woman that was never committed to a dude? She's been with 5 dudes within, I say 3 years, but she's not.
oh, she's
She's
got
not committed.
situationships.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
situationships.
she passing that kitty.
So that you would consider that sleeping around, even though it's been 5 years.
That's sleeping around.
Okay.
That's for sure. If you're
So-
giving up your body to multiple dudes, especially at the same time,
Without commitment, that makes it sleeping around.
yes.
Okay.
Yeah, because 9 times out of 10, people who do that, they're not telling, "Hey, I'm sleeping with this dude and this dude." If it wasn't sleeping around, why aren't you saying it though? That's sleeping around.
So, obviously, you're a woman. You can speak for them.
Okay.
How many out of 10 women? How many people are gonna lie about how many men they've been with?
Oh, most women are gonna lie about that.
About 9 out of 10.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Especially because a lot of women, I'll be honest, I know most women, when we're younger, we tell the guy how much bodies we have. And then it's that one guy that shames us really bad to where now we're like, damn, I'm never going to say anything again. That's why I say people need to ease up, because we're still humans. Don't ask questions you don't want to hear the answer to. So I would never ask a guy, how many girls have you messed with? And he says 6 this week. Now I'm crying. Why'd you ask then? You
Yup.
see? So don't ask those questions if you don't want to be grown yet.
So do you feel like when it comes to that, women want to hear what they want to hear? even though-
Yes.
So they don't want to hear the truth. They want to hear what they want to hear.
Yes, we do that, even
Yeah.
myself.
Okay.
Because the truth hurts
You
sometimes.
take accountability for it. I get it.
Yeah, the truth hurts. That little tear
Okay.
coming down.
So when you ask a question, you're actually, most women are asking
Hey,
to
Razor.
hear what they want to hear, not the actual real truth.
Yeah, and then some women try to ask questions to gather information. That's why I say be careful with what you tell people, because they might gather that up and throw it in your face later.
So out of 10 women, how many women have that detective, like,
Ooh, all of
Yeah.
us. I don't care what anybody says. We all have it. My dad always says this: every single woman's crazy. Choose which one is the crazy you can handle. Yep.
Okay.
And I really wholeheartedly believe that. Even as a woman, we're all crazy.
Yep, even myself.
what do you think about it?
I'm the type of crazy. I'm like the little squirrel from Madagascar. I love King Julius. I love King. That's the type of crazy I am. I'm also the crazy like Hammy from Over the Hedge. Remember where the little turtle was mean to him? He said, "You're stupid." He said, "I'm not stupid." And he walked away, but then he's crazy and he said, "Squirrel," and he runs. I'm definitely those are my personalities.
Yeah, no.
And then Harley Quinn mix.
She be preaching. You know what I'm saying? Like, I like what you said about men need to focus on themselves,
Yeah, be happy.
at least for a
first.
little while,
Yeah.
and just kind of like make sure that their mindset is in the right place before they want to take
Yeah.
on a woman.
Yeah.
And I do feel like when you're young, you're kind of just doing stuff,
Yeah.
and you're bumping around. And you know, for me, I used to party a lot, and you know, I don't want to get too much into my
Yeah.
stuff. You know what I mean? But yeah, when you get older, then you realize, okay, to have a woman in your life, and if you really care about her, you want to make sure that you're on point. Because if you're on point, then you're gonna make sure she's straight. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like, you can't pour everything into her and then not make sure you're doing all right.
Yeah, that's
You
what
know I'm
happens
saying?
to us when we're younger. We'll date so young, we give our all, and then by
Mm.
the time you're my age, you probably don't want to deal with people because you wasted all that. I feel like your discernment's a lot better too. Like for me, I've only had 2 boyfriends. I've met women that had 6 boyfriends and they're so damaged. And I don't mean that rudely, but I feel like that's what strays you away from people as well too. So yeah, men will,
How'd you get to Vegas?
I moved out in Vegas when I was 19 years old.
You're from
Yeah.
where?
Yeah, Los Angeles, California.
You're from LA?
Yes.
Okay.
But I mean, like, how did because I was driving out here, and I'm like, I feel like Vegas is just. It's just a lot going on out
It
here.
is,
You know what I
huh?
mean? I'm like, I'm looking at the casinos, and then I'm looking at the billboards, and it's
I
like
think it takes
overstimulation.
adjustment to come from like being like the actual tourist and just being like you live here.
Yeah.
I think it takes a while for you to
It
kinda
does.
adjust
The
that
first
out,
year I
figure
didn't
it out.
really like it because again, I'm a homebody. I don't like going out and partying and all that stuff. So I'm like, oh, this ain't for me. But then eventually over time, once I like started learning places, finding friends and all that stuff, every time I go to Cali, I always move right on back.
Mm.
Yeah, I prefer it here now.
So that's exactly what I was gonna segue into is so me being from LA, I'm in my little world. So being in a big city doesn't really like I don't see all the stuff that people see
Yeah.
when they come. But when I'm coming here, I see all of this, and you're probably thinking the same thing. You're like, no, I live here. I know my little pockets. What is your take on LA? Being in LA, like, what do you see? Like, is it easier to date in major markets, or is a smaller market better?
I'm gonna be so honest with you. People might not believe this. I like dating in LA more than Vegas. I love the men in California.
Why
I
so?
prefer them. I don't know. I grew up out there, and every time, like, because the two boyfriends I had, that's where I met them. But when I met them, we were talking for a couple months, boom, together. The guys out here are very inconsistent. They're very, like, they don't know what they want, very
Mm.
party city type of dudes. And not every guy's like that. I'm pretty sure there's some great guys in Vegas, but I don't know them all. But
So give me an example, like how you said, like you mentioned earlier, a guy talked to you at the gym, and you said I met dudes like that. Like example of them meeting you, getting your number or whatever, and get in contact with you, and then they be inconsistent. Like
yeah, they'll be the ones to approach me, ask for my number, and
Yeah.
then they'll talk to me and then be super inconsistent. But you know what it is? I'll be very honest. I think it's because guys give me that, they say it straight up, like, hey, Tay, I like you, you're attractive, I want to sleep with you. And I'll be like, I'm not into that. And then I think they only wanted that to begin with. So if it fizzles out, you could tell it's easily like that. I don't want that. I'm sorry.
I mean, but wouldn't you prefer a dude like kind of be straight up? Then he like try to like wine and dine you the whole time, and his intentions was just wrong. It wasn't supposed to be.
I prefer the guy to be straight up. It never bothers me. Like if a guy tells me that, I'm not gonna make fun of you, yell at you, scream. I'll just be like, oh, thank you for telling me that. I appreciate the honesty, but that's just not something I want to do. Because I know for me, if you ask me what I want longevity, I want long term, I want a husband. Of course, I understand sleeping with each other happens, but I just met you. How am I gonna give you my,
Yeah.
that
So-
fast?
So
You
tell me
know?
how do you feel about this? I seen it
What's that,
trending on.
kitty?
The kitty. Yeah, I always say that the kitty.
I see it trending on the internet that they always say like,
Hi, Kenny.
what's the difference between the woman sleeping on you the first day and 3 months from now if you guys ended up having a relationship in the long run? What's the difference between them?
Oh, because it's different. If a woman's not sleeping around and she ends up in a relationship in the long run, that's only one person. But if you're sleeping around the entire time, you're sleeping with all those guys and then getting with somebody. That's different, isn't it?
But what if she
like,
slept
for-
with him the first night, but they end up being together like for years? Like,
That does happen though. See,
Yeah.
I know a lot of people like to say this. It's my personal thing. When
Yeah.
I say I don't want to sleep with somebody, that's my thing. Any other woman, if you want to sleep with somebody the first day because you want to see how it is, do that. But I personally have never experienced this, sleeping with somebody and then getting ghosted or them leaving me. That's the reason why I don't want to sleep with nobody. I'm scared of
Okay.
that.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't want to be used for my body
see.
and stuff like that. I'm too sensitive. I don't know.
Are you guys here for the halftime show?
Oh, no. We're here to help people customize and save with Liberty Mutual.
Be crying.
So far you said
Liberty,
it's
liberty,
January. How do you
liberty.
feel, or what's your advice so far that's been working for you about like recovering from a bad relationship?
Ooh, the gym and God. The
Staying,
gym.
staying busy then.
Yeah, the gym, God, and finding peace and solitude and kind of isolating a little bit. Don't go out, don't go party, figure out what you want and learn yourself a lot more. Because no matter what anybody goes through, you got to figure out what you did wrong. Women will
That's what I
always
was
do
gonna
that
say.
thing where they'll blame a guy, but it's like, no, we're choosing the wrong guy sometimes.
But how do you know, like you said, like you took accountability, like it was both of us, and whatever you did whatever has to do with the jealousy. But like, do you feel like what you did cause a problem, or it was just a problem for the wrong guy?
No, what I did, it was a problem.
It
I
was a
think
problem.
that'd be a problem with
With
anybody.
anybody, okay.
Yeah. I'm very accountable when it comes to that stuff. I know my jealousy is not a good trait or whatever. Yeah, it's not a good thing.
Okay, no, that's good because I think
Yeah.
most women would be like, he just couldn't handle me. Is
Oh,
what
no.
Yeah, no, I hate using that word. He can't handle me. I'm a very like, I think that what bothers me the most, why I always be like getting mad, because I tell guys like, what I don't and what I do and don't like, and then they choose to do what I don't like, and then when I get mad at them, they get upset on how I react. But it's like, bro, I literally told you not to do that and you still did it. And no one's saying don't talk to women, don't do this, don't do that. I'm just saying, hey, you know what, I do have jealousy issues and stuff like that, so don't put me in a position to where I feel like a girl is one-upping me. And you know how women are, y'all. You know how insecure women are. You know how women like to compete with each other, and I don't like that. So if my partner's out here taking pictures with girls, commenting under their stuff and things like that, you already knew I didn't like that because I told you and you still did it. So if somebody spazzes out on your stupid ass, you should have fucking knew. Because like women, same thing. You know, your husband will tell you, oh, I don't want you going out with your guy friends or doing certain things. So you go and do it, you know. And then, like I said, my ex had a problem with my friend Kay, and I totally understand that because, you know, my friend Kay, I guess, bothers him. But this is the thing that sucked, which I don't understand. My friend Kay was in a relationship at the time, and me and Kay only seen each other when we did the podcast. You guys see me and Kay working with each other a lot now because we're both fucking single, and now we're trying to get this podcast popping off. When I was with my ex, I literally specifically told him, if you want me to have you on the phone, if you want to, because I have cameras all in my house. I said, if you want the password to my cameras, you're more than welcome to look at them. There's nothing going on, just to make you feel comfortable. Then my friend Kay was like, hey, Taylor, let's all go on a double date. That'll help it. I tell my ex, hey, my friend Kay offered a double date. And my ex, instead of just being like, oh, no, thank you. He's like, I don't want to fucking meet that guy. He's like, I'm not trying to meet him. He just didn't like Kay no matter what. And then one time I posted a video again, because I was happy that I was in a relationship. But again, my ex is so insecure because I'm insecure too. But I posted a video and it says, ooh, I love light skinned and tatted guys with colored eyes. I'm talking about my ex. My ex was light skinned. He had green eyes and he was tattooed. So when I made that post and my ex flipped out on me, I'm like, what the hell? I was like, I'm not even talking about Kay. I'm talking about you. And Kay was in a relationship. You see, like my ex is, guys, I could even say this now, and I'm not even in a relationship. My ex will never realize how much I valued him as a person and how attractive I thought my ex was. Like, he was the most, out of all the people I've ever dated, he was the best looking person I've ever dated. I would have never did anything to that man. He was the first partner I didn't leave. I was in 3 relationships and I left the first 2. This relationship, I did not leave. I stayed until the wheels fell off. He left me. So that's why when he was like so insecure, I was like, dude, I never even threatened to leave your ass. I wanted to work it out. So that's why I'm like, dude, man, I feel like I tried as much as I could, y'all. But man, I do know that my jealousy can't take the cake of stuff, because I don't know, if you tell me not to do something, I'm not going to keep fucking doing it.
I know. He could. I'm a little too crazy kitty sometimes. Put me in a cage.
Put me in a cage.
Yeah, you be killing me. I be wanting to say, you know how like you have a rap song and it'll have the little yeah, I be in my mind when you said, I'm like, that thing's sensitive.
Me and the rapper.
He's like, yeah, I'm too sensitive.
To keep good note with women actually giving you positivity, like,
hold on, somebody said, I think he was scared of Kay. I wonder why though. You know what I mean? Because Kay is so like nice and Kay is so sweet. I'll tell you one thing about Kay is okay, to just explain. My friend Kay is super calm, super sweet, gets along with everybody. Kay is like he tries to reason with you and understand where you're coming from. And when because trust me, I've cried in front of Kay, I've screamed and yelled, and Kay will be like, Taylor, sit down and relax and let's talk. My ex is the one who's crazy and yells and screams and gets in your face. Kay's not like that. That's why I'm like, what the, well, never, now that I think about it, maybe you can kind of tell. I don't know. Because till this day, I'll never understand what was the reasoning for him not liking Kay. And like I said, I don't know. I've never showed that I liked Kay or wanted to be with him. I never talked about Kay inappropriately. I never mentioned anything about him, like at all, besides, and look, here's another thing. Me and Kay were friends for a long time first, and then my ex came back. So he was like, who's this dude or whatever? Well, I mean, you left, so I'm friends with somebody, so I don't see why that's an issue. I'm single, you know, and I guess maybe that was the problem. He wanted me to like cut him off because he's back in my life. And my ex did tell me that I changed a lot of stuff because I used to be the type of person to just drop people. And I don't know, I would drop Kay, but look what happened. He ended up leaving. Because if Kay finds out he was doing dumb shit, man, talk solo. I don't know. Kay doesn't talk to me like that, though. I'm telling you, like, y'all, if you were to see, it's not to be disrespectful, but if you were to see the girls Kay dates, I'm telling you, they do not look nothing like me. He dates like, okay, Kay thinks I'm old, so I'm 30, and Kay always tells me I'm old as fuck. He also doesn't like face tattoos. K dates girls that are like 20 and 21. He dates young ass girls, and he dates girls that don't have no tattoos, really skinny. That's not a bad thing though, but he dates like the girls that are like, I don't know, just like really sweet and soft spoken, don't have no social media. Like he does not date girls in my caliber, and I don't mean that rudely. So that's why when my ex is like doing all that, I'm like, I don't know, I don't know. And I used to tell my exes too, because he's like, you never know. And I used to think to my ex, I'm like, or tell my ex, I'm like, dude, do you think everybody wants me and everybody wants to be with me? I don't know about that one, y'all. I don't think I'm all that for everybody to like. So like I said, I don't think Kate likes me like that.
What is your message to women to being able to?
I know he
you're-
doesn't.
Right now, you're out there. You're whether you have a child or not. You're single. You're a woman making your own money, trying to pay your own bills and stuff like that. What do you say? What is your advice to them to stand on, to not change?
Love yourself and be true to yourself. Don't get caught up in all the lip fillers, all the glam and stuff like that. Truly be yourself and love yourself, because you will get to an age where you're going to look back and you're going to wish you didn't pick at yourself so much and hate yourself so much. When I was younger, I used to be really, really insecure, and I feel like I'm a lot more confident now. So I want women to love themselves and be who they really are. You don't got to do all that extra stuff. I'm telling you right now.
So, but are women in a lot of big habit with that? Like just they keep on looking at the Kardashians all the time and
Yeah.
comparing themselves and stuff
We
like
pick at ourselves a lot, and then other women pick at us, and then sometimes you might have a partner that picks at you, and that we internalize that. I know most women have had one person that mentioned something about their body, and they hate that forever. Yeah. So I'm telling you, love yourself and don't mind that type of stuff. Cancel out that noise and just be happy, because you never want to be depressed. You never want to waste your time being sad. Like it's a waste of time. When you look back, you want to be happy and do things for yourself. If you want to be a mom, be a mom. You want to be a boss babe, be a boss babe. But whatever you do, do with intention. Make sure you're happy.
Commit to
it,
whatever. Yeah.
And just truly be happy for yourself. Be
No, I
proud
like
of
that.
yourself.
Yeah.
So to wrap it up briefly, do you have another last question for?
Wait, let me check. Hang on.
Yeah.
This can be answered, right?
Yeah.
I know time. Okay, so we talked about. Let me just get a second here. Hang on. Okay. You said to make sure that people focus on themselves, make sure that they're happy before they get into relationships. That's a gem in and of itself. Switching gears, social media. How do you feel people are underutilizing it?
Ooh, I feel like people can retain so much information from social media, and they do not. Like, you can learn so many things. You can learn how to cook on there. You can learn about therapy on there. You can learn so many things. And instead, they look at the entertainment part of it. Like,
Yeah.
there's so many people on there that are talking about God that have no followers. There's people on there preaching about taking care of yourself. They have no followers. Like, there's this man that I follow, and he just teaches you how to tie a tie, how to change a tire, how to do this, and barely any followers. You see, but they'll go and watch toxic people fighting on podcasts. You see? So I feel like there's a lot of things on social media. There's great people on there, people that are good artists, good singers, good dancers, and all, and they don't get recognition. But people need to start looking at that more than looking at toxicity. There's nothing wrong with seeing things for what they are, like the entertainment part, but just don't get locked in that. And that's all you watch and consume. That's why people, their perception of men and women is so different now, because that's probably what they consume all day long. Negativity and that man versus woman hating stuff. It's toxic.
Okay.
Gotta have a balance.
Well, lastly for me, I'm gonna be like appreciate you doing the podcast. I'm actually part of my content is what I like to share. Like if somebody didn't get to know you, they don't know you. I want them to actually you shared your story of what it is that they can actually go back and look and be intrigued by and learn something from. Like I want to give you your flowers for like being able to get wiped off and get hated on by some strippers or whatever, and then just build yourself back up. A lot of people just give up, and you have a good message and you got like a good energy back through social media that you use to put it back out in the world. I actually just want to tell you, like, appreciate it. And if you can share with them, what can they see in 2026 coming from Tay?
Yeah, what's coming from Tay?
Yeah.
Ooh,
The Tay takeover, the Taylor takeover.
I do want to start doing more collabs, and I do want to start doing more podcasts. But I want to do more podcasts where it's like this, where we're sitting as adults. I don't really want to be on podcasts where I'm going back and forth with people, because again, my whole message is men's mental health, women loving themselves and caring for themselves, and not all that toxic stuff. I just can't do it.
How you doing though? I know you were dealing with some stuff.
I'm doing good. I feel a lot better. I'll be honest. I feel a lot better, and this kind of helped too. I'm super excited about this. This is like the highlight of my day, I swear. But I'm doing good though. Thank you for asking. I appreciate it.
So more out of the house Tay, basically.
Yeah, you're gonna see a lot more outside.
Tay's
Be
outside.
outside. Kitties unite.
Yeah, kitties. Shout out to the kitties.
And lastly,
Me and them
obviously,
damn
if
kitties.
they don't know already, please let them know where they find both of you guys on what platform.
I'll let Tay, ladies first.
All right, guys, you can follow me on Instagram. It's Tay Baby. YouTube, it's Tay Baby. TikTok, it's Tay Baby 1. And I have a podcast now with my best friend Kay on Instagram, TKO podcast _ TKO and then podcast _
TKO.
The link there will be to the YouTube and everything for our podcast. Look us up, y'all. Love you.
I finally figured out what it was when Kawhi goes, "What it do, baby?" That's where I got it, because I was like fumbling earlier. Like I was
Yeah, when people can't say my name, it bothers me because my name is Tay Baby, because that's why it's spelled Bay and then B. You don't remember y'all when we were kids? A baby, a baby, a baby. And I know there's a lot of like Tay-Tays and stuff like that. And people like where I come from, I always get called Tater Tots, Tay, Negrita, because of my Hispanic side. And then for sure, baby. I used to always say, "What's up, baby? Come on, baby." But I stopped saying that because I would call guys baby and they would think I like them. So that's why I stopped saying baby. But baby used to be my favorite fucking word. Yo, mama was home when you left. You right, Daniel. Let me tell you, Daniel, I have felt like shit this whole entire day. I'm starting to feel like shit again. I took like 2 cups of the Theraflu honey, and then I took a Mucinex. I feel like it's starting to wear off. I'm going to take another cup of it. How many cups can you take in one day? Can you hurt yourself? Baby. But yeah, I'm going to get off right now, y'all. I might go on TikTok though. I'm going to start trying to go live streaming, not try. We're going to live stream at least every single day for a couple of hours. I just wish, I wish I didn't get sick though. How the hell did I get sick? I'm not even around people.
a little nervous, but yeah.
Ugh.
It's Tay
Probably
Baby. This
make
is
another soup.
Eric with Scout Fragrance, all platforms, Scout Fragrance, like a Boy Scout, SCOUT.
And also, y'all, be sure to go on scoutfragrance.com. Use code TY10 to get 10% off. A couple of you guys have met me in real life, and you guys would be like, "Tay, you smell like heaven." Well, a lot of the perfumes that I've been getting are from Scout Fragrance, the Saint Laurent, the Versace, and stuff like that. And so if you want a little 10% off for a little fancy perfume, tell them Taylor sent you, babes. And then right now, I gotta tell Scout Fragrance because he has a fragrance right now, y'all. Oh my god, it's called I forget what it's called. Oh, Cupid something. Oh my goodness, yeah. Use code TY10. Yeah, that shit smells so good. And we went around like doing the whole podcast takeover and stuff. That shit smelled so good. But yeah, guys, I'm gonna get off. Just go to my my TikTok. It's Tay Baby 1. I do have links in my bio to everything. Please use them. And also, guys, be careful for scammers and psychopaths. There's a lot of people out here scamming using my name, using AI pictures and all this dumb shit. I do not DM people, and I do not go out of my way to reach out to you. I don't do that. I have an email in my bio. Hit my assistant. She will send you all the information you need to get to me, and that's it. There's no DMs that I answer. There's no TikToks that I answer. There's no messages that I will send you. So if that's happening, it is not me. Also, be very aware of the PayPals and stuff that you guys are sending money to. I have literally took all my PayPal and Cash App's information out of that stuff so that way I have to personally give it to you myself. So if you're looking for my PayPal, you're not going to find it. I'm telling you that right now, because like I said, there's a lot of weird ass people on these apps. So yeah, God bless you guys. Have a good one. Thank you for tuning in, and thank you guys for supporting me. I truly appreciate you all, because I would not be on this platform if it wasn't for you, babes. Like I said, I'll see you guys on TikTok right now. Okay, I'm gonna stop doing that because my throat. We're done with that. Love you guys. Bye.